Now we are live also on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, everyone, hello. Yeah, multi-streaming, like according to new regulations or new old regulations, it's possible to stream on multiple of the platforms. And yeah, it's great to see you guys. I'm very happy, and we're gonna like test with you the sound and everything. I need someone with a headset. How are you doing? How is your day? How is everything? The weather, mood, is everything fine for you? Because for me it was like some sort of the strange day actually. I woke up, I filmed the video, then I went, then my audio interface has arrived. Then I went shopping, and then I came here, filming one more video. Yeah, setting up the new interface, audio interface for this mic, and that's it. Like, it's finished. Yeah, Tim Brown, hi. Yeah, my mood is more or less okay. Old Morning, hi. Dutch Metal Ball, hi. Sounds good, great. Because, you know, I'm using different interface. Before I used, let me show you what I used before. Yeah, hooray, hooray, hooray. Just a moment. So this is what I used before. It's kind of dusty. It's the Roadcast Duo. Yeah, nice interface, but somehow the preamps are not such good on this one compared to what I have now. It's the current interface is actually way smaller than this one. Well, this is pretty much good station for streams, for podcasts, I guess, for the standard microphones. But since this mic is outstanding, the standard Rodecaster Duo, it cannot like open the full potential of the microphone, and I can clearly see the difference for preamps with my current interface and this one. So this is not really nice for this type of the microphone, but I like it. I mean, for the features and everything, it's really the best variant for streams with the standard mics, like more or less expensive mics. This one's just outstanding, but for normal like Shure SM7B, for I don't know, every 20 for Rode mics, this interface is more than enough. But I want to get better quality, that's why I ordered the new one, new interface. It's called, yeah, probably gonna show it to you. Yeah, it's if it is available here, like it is this interface. It's actually smaller than Rodecaster Duo. It's called RME Babyface. Yeah, that's the name, Babyface Pro FS. So basically, it's the box with minimal controls on the box itself. By the way, it's made out of aluminum or alloy, you may call it. And the controls are actually crazy. So I should probably show you. Yeah, so this is the control of this box. It's basically a mixture. So this is my mic. If I turn on some audio sound, there's gonna be audio here, and that's the main mixture here. So I'm like a very, very beginner in this system. I just plug it in. I discover how to change the mono to stereo. Yeah, the mono to stereo. Somehow we have override here. Maybe I should just get out from this mic. And I still wasn't able to find any sort of the compressor. Well, we have equalizer here, but I need to figure out how to make it everything happen. So this small box, I'm very fascinated. The small box, but the sound here is way, as for my ear, ears, it's way better compared to Rodecaster Duo. But Rodecaster Duo, again, it is very... So I would like on Rodecaster to have like way better preamps than it has. So yeah, sadly the preamps are not premium compared to this one. So I had to change. I had to change to have like real voice sound, because even on my videos it's a little different. And I guess we may check it out. You may suggest me if I'm wrong, if I'm not wrong. So I may go to my channel. I just uploaded the first video recorded on this with this audio interface. So I think we're gonna go to yesterday's video. Yeah, yesterday's video. Rate and working. So let's play this one. This is the Rodecaster for Russian military sector. Here we are not even saying about the energy companies in China that continue to purchase Russian fossil fuels. No, it's just electronics, drone power production and so on. Yeah, even though this step is good from Europe, but Donald Trump may come out with new demands for Europe to apply more sanctions or to make some other thing. Yeah, so it's, the sound is understandable, and this is today. Wow, again, great Kaboom news are coming from Russia. This time, Salovat city, Bashkortostan, which is roughly 1,400 kilometers away from Ukrainian border. This is the Gazprom Neftekhim facility, basically a huge Russian oil refinery. And again, to the yesterday's one. Oh my, it seems like Reds are liberation. That after all, it's the dead end for Russia as the state. But Putin simply doesn't care. He sees his own existence connected to the war. So it's like this kind of the bossy sound somehow. It's like I'm talking. So my speech is not like divided. There is some sort of the bumbling happening with this Rodecaster Duo. So he will continue and he will dismiss everyone around who has different opinions. So this bossy sound, I don't like it really. Refinery, which is new military bases. For example, this one they found in Bryansk region, and this base is especially made for... I think this one is more adequate. That is how I speak now, probably. I'm not sure. But yeah, just starting the stream from from audio interface and different other stuff, you know, because I'm quite interested in this one. It's Buxon. Hi, welcome to the chat. Sorry, it's too long comment. Yeah, thank you for the joke, but I will read it later on. I cannot like concentrate on a joke entirely. I'm sorry. I can tell by the difference by the vibration of my phone. Yeah, it was like the test for those who listen in the headphones. On the phone you may not hear this difference, I guess. And then it's the first day of the full-scale invasion. I believe Russia wanted to attack just military targets and believed Ukraine would fold quickly and give up. But my dad never believed in Russia. Honestly, I was almost sure that Russia would occupy Kiev. Then they went into suburbs like Bucha, Irpin. I was really concerned, but I first had some of the doubts about the opportunity or ability for Russia to occupy Kiev. Then they stopped with a long convoy. So I thought, okay, something is definitely wrong here if they stopped. Like, it is not a blitzkrieg any longer. They stopped. They are under attack. Sometimes Ukraine was using aviation and everything. So, like, it's not going according to plan. And for the first 3 days, I was like, oh, Russia will occupy Kiev. But later, okay, they're stuck and something is interesting happening. And then my friend who was living, I think I'm gonna show you where he lived. And now he's living there again, actually. Google Maps. Why do I have the caps lock on? I'll show you the screen now. So here we go. Yeah, Kiev. Kiev, I used to live here in Borispol, very close to military base, this part of the airfield. But I used to work there, that's why I used to live there. Yeah, it's very close to my airfield, to my work. It's glitching? What glitching? I don't know. Honest Guide? No, I don't know the Honest Guide. So, my friend used to live, where is this? Okay, Buzova, it's my air club where I used to fly. And he was, yeah, in Mila, my friend used to live, and there are big houses. So one of those, yeah, you can see, yeah, even the roof is damaged. It's damaged because of Russia. So in one of those, I think he used to live here. Or maybe here, yeah, maybe a little further here. So it was like in the middle between Kiev and between Buzova. So Buzova was occupied by Russians here, and here there were Ukrainian forces deployed, so they were in the middle. And he told me, like, it happened, I think, after 1 month, then Russians occupied all of those territories, that the Russians are firing everything they had towards Ukrainian positions, and Ukraine was positioned its forces also here in the south, near Fastiv as well. So the Russians fired everything, and they started to retreat, he said to me. So at first I heard about the Russian retreat not from the news, but from my, I would say, close friend who used to live in this place. And he's still living, as I told you, yeah. That some folks have been discharged to go home. Huh? I have similar feeling that eventually we are still all people and want to chill, have kids, play games, be tourists, but with downfall society, with the internet being, I don't know. Let's keep positive, at least this evening. I'm skeptical of almost everything. Trump told me that, yeah. I don't know the channel, this channel you mentioned, Honest Guide, or what, I don't know that. Dasko CS, hi. So, I think I can also find his channel, I think so. It's better not to do it on Google, I think it's better to do it over here, on Opera. So, I think I'm gonna go to DVS, that's his channel, yay. Now I want to go into the older videos, so he films, like my friend films about engines. And I want to check out, like 7 months ago, 1 year ago, it should be like 3 years ago, right? I wonder if he posted this video on this channel. Like he filmed those Russian tanks and everything. European. Yeah, he films this road.
Вот она, очередное. То, что называют танком, на самом деле БМПшка.
Okay, so...
Вот он пострадал здесь. Чуть-чуть меньше его можно хотя бы рассмотреть. Катки, торсионы. Он движок. Ну да.
So it's on a highway after Russians left everything. He took the camera and he went there to film Russian BMP. This one, I think BMP2. Oh, it's midnight for me. Awesome. Буча.
День из моих будней. Японскую тачку, более старую, там вон они катушки стоят.
So this is the vehicle. Like lots of the civilian vehicles which were hit. He filmed it. You see bullets, yeah? Bullets. Here also the vehicle was smashed. So Победа, even the small not small but old car, yeah, Победа. That's crazy. It was filmed like 3 years ago, and you see how many commercial, not commercial, civilian vehicles there. The Russians demolished absolutely everything. So it's the scrapyard. You see, those are the holes. Like this is the hole. You probably will not see because of my image. So here's the hole. They aim towards windshield, yeah. So this is what happened there in Bucha and Irpin. Again, lots of the holes from bullets here. Like almost all of the vehicles, from what I see, it's like no-go because of the shooting. Russians shooting local cars, yeah. And this is probably caliber 30 millimeter from BMP, maybe even. Or this hole is definitely something big. Yeah. But I wonder, like, he published the video before where he was like filming Russians near to his house. So he stayed, like, how he stayed there, I don't know, but he filmed the Russians like very close to his house. A Russian tank was there. I think he published it later on in 1 year or something. Or like he has a live channel, maybe he published it there, but yeah, I don't have like time to search for it. So he's mostly like speaking about internal combustion engines, cars, motorcycles, and yeah, some tuning, some reviews, like unboxing engines, like some sort of the stuff, technical stuff. So actually, because of this guy, Evgeny, I started to film my YouTube videos because of his experience. I saw the example of successful channel, and why it's successful, because you may see, yeah, over here he has 1.14 million subscribers. So it's a successful channel, I may say, after all. Yeah, for now he doesn't have lots of the views, like 40,000, but sometimes it's a lot. Yeah, some of his videos, they're like 5.4 million, yeah, with this BMW M50 B25. He filmed it 11 years ago, so he started his YouTube channel actually in 2007. Then there was no any like monetization, nothing like that. Solex, yeah, you see, like 14 years ago, 1.9 million.
Solex. Обычный ДАЗ.
That's the carburetor.
То есть вот примерно ровный, так?
This camera I actually presented to him, the first camera. So many years have passed, like 14 years ago, it's crazy. And it's not, I think, his first videos. I think they were older, yeah, oldest. Yeah, still 14 years ago. Again, carburetor of the Dnieper motorcycle. Then he tells a lot about theory. Yeah, we used to ride motorcycles together with Evgeny. Chernobyl ZAS. Yeah, you might find it in Stalker or something. ZAS.
Да. Вот ступенька. Сзади его тоже вот здесь вот. Приехал То есть цилиндр зажим.
Yeah, very old channel. Like I think it's like the oldest channel from entire YouTube speaking about automobiles. I mean, in ex-Soviet countries. I think he has the oldest channel, really. Evgeny Travnikov. Gorides, not Prigozhin. Hey, Riding Rookie. Hey, welcome to Twitch. Just be careful with such videos, can make you PTSD eventually or losing sleep like here, Captain. Yeah. Everyone is super mean on streams with politics tags. Do I have politic tags? I'm not sure. That guy didn't learn how to... Prigozhin, yeah. He didn't learn at all. And Gerasimov too, yeah. Soon. Yeah, I hope I am. Because it's kind of strange reality we live in. Yeah, the bad thing I don't like about this interface right now, that like the sound quality is way better than on Rodecaster Duo. It seems like, at least. What I don't like is that I hear, like, I cannot understand how to put in this software compressor to cut tiny little sounds like for my PC, because I heard, but you know, it's environment. After all, I have a PC, so it should be the sound, I think, like that, of my RTX working even now. I don't know why. You know, there was the beef.
My home country of...
There was the beef like between this guy NFKRZ. He is like from Russia, and he immigrated to where? To Portugal, yeah. And he filmed the video about my favorite gay YouTube vlogger. Yeah, actually I like Callan. He's awesome. Callan Robertson, probably you know him. He's a supporter of Ukraine. So this freaking freak, like this Russian, I got some of his videos in recommendation, you know, and he films like hate video, or how this yeah, he filmed the diss against Callan, who actually does fantastic job supporting Ukraine. And Callan, I think he filmed a video, where is Callan here? Callan Robertson. And Callan, like, he filmed the video, yeah, here. Why do I have... I'm watching it on Google. That's why I try to avoid this. It's better Opera here. So Callan Robertson filmed the video on that guy, like also responds this on this guy. And
because I said that most...
That you're being
let's just listen to it. It's kind of interesting.
gaslit when you watch this next one.
projection is there is a very big Russian YouTuber who's anti-war who decided to make a hit piece on me yesterday because his views are down about 95%. He used to have 1 million followers trying to be a singer before the war broke out. That failed. So now he's kind of just doing hit pieces on random people. This person is called Roman. And having a quick look at his recent videos, it's usually him complaining about how annoyed he is that he has a Russian passport and it's hard to get around in Europe, that you get questioned at checkpoints and going through airports, because he is a perpetual victim like most Russians. And he has decided to make a Callan Robertson exposed video because I said that most Russians, not all, but most, because I was actually excluding him in this, are quite indifferent to this war, which I think they are. Look, I mean, there have been books that have been written for decades and one of them is called The Russians, and it was written by a New York Times bestseller from a guy that went and lived in Russia and interviewed everyone he possibly could, from the peasants to the oligarchs, and he found that there was an indifference to human life, and he found that there was a core sense of imperialism throughout the whole of Russia. And so I've always said, look, the opposition to Putin, Navalny, was pretty indifferent to the invasion of Crimea.
Yeah, I remember this case, with Navalny and Butterbroad, the famous case. Then he said Crimea is not a butterbroad. Like if he says it in a context, he said it that if we get power, we will think whether we should return Crimea to Ukraine or not. So Navalny actually he was the classical Russian imperialist. But he was fighting against, in a way, informational war. There was against Putin. Some of the attempts to disturb Putin's power. That's why I'm pretty much okay with Navalny. But what he says about Crimea, obviously, I didn't like, and I still consider him as just one more Russian nationalist, imperialist, just from different perspective. Yeah, whether he could have been better than Putin, I'm not sure. Maybe, initially at least. But he even was Russian national. He was in a Russian nationalistic movement, imperialist movement, openly with those flags at the beginning of his political career. Later on, he separated, but he and his wife, they are still with those views.
Was pretty indifferent to what happened in 22, and his wife is now basically a Russian nationalist. I mean, she puts out Russian nationalist content. She supports the referendums that take place by gunpoint in the Donbass.
You see, so obviously, I think they're could be better than Putin, but not so much difference.
I say, look, it's difficult because it's not going to end at Putin. It's going to end at all Russians. But this struck a chord with this man, this Russian man who lives in Lisbon, and he decided to make an entire 20-minute hit piece on me in an attempt to generate YouTube ad revenue. And I thought I would go through it now as well, because there's a few things I want to chat about as well. He brings up my past, which I've always been very open about. But let's just take a look at it for a second.
As a Russian person who's hated the Russian government for pretty much my entire adult life, and as somebody who did not agree with the war in Ukraine and who ended up leaving Russia, I had to
left Russia because life became annoying and difficult for him.
Yeah, I think that was the main reason for Roman actually to leave. Not because he disagreed for a long time before the war, because the war actually started in 2014, and he left the country 3 years ago. So by the time full-scale intervention has already started. So he was just, social media influencer. He had his own YouTube channel, some of the projects. He left Russia and he started to say after it negative things about Russia. So he wasn't really the part of the opposition before the war, which makes it kind of suspicious whether he really has those views or not. So it's kind of slicky here.
Because of sanctions, obviously, and also didn't want to be drafted.
through a lot of
it's also he didn't want to join the Russian army, of course.
difficulties and make a lot of sacrifices.
Instantly opens with being a victim. That's a little Russian. That sounds a little Russian to me.
The EU now, and even though a lot of people in the West are pretty supportive of Russians that are trying to escape the regime and build a new life for them.
But this is as well, I'm it's quite funny because it's all about him being a victim and how difficult his life is.
He's saying how difficult it is to be Russian, under sanctions, we are forced to leave, blah, blah, blah. But he's not saying how difficult it is for Ukrainians. And that his country, started this war. And as a Russian citizen, he also bears responsibility. As many, all Russians, as we know from the Nuremberg process, the responsibility lied for all of the Germans. It's just impossible to prosecute everyone. So the collective responsibility is out there, actually. It was confirmed by that persecution. And most of the Russians, they still support this Putin's regime. They are not saying anything Putin was really happy to announce today that he deployed 700,000 soldiers to Ukraine. He was laughing or smiling at least about it. I showed it in my recent video. So for Putin, like deploying thousands or millions people to die is pretty much okay if they do not say anything. And they do not say anything. Moreover, like majority, they still do support this Putin's regime. Yeah, no any like protests, like real actually heavy protests like in Nepal. Yeah, it's the small country, but still Russia is very like the society is like zombies.
Difficult it is, and how it's the EU's fault that that Russians can't get passports. Well, maybe it's your government's fault for illegally invading Ukraine, Georgia, and launching a hybrid war on the rest of Europe. Maybe for a second you could stop thinking about yourself, Roman, and actually have some sympathy for the people on the receiving end of your country's behavior. But I guess he decided against that, maybe because, well, look, there's no YouTube ad revenue in that.
Oh my god, Cullen is like he's throwing punches. 700,000. No, I think this number is real, Hulk. I think this number is really real, unfortunately. Judging on the figures coming from our guys, they're going. So 700,000 could be really a number. As it was real with deployment of 100,000 soldiers to Belarus, unfortunately. So Russia has those. I'm not surprised about this number. Actually, Zelensky said this number like half a year ago, 700,000. So if you don't believe Putin himself, ask Ukrainian side. It may confirm the same thing.
else. Some people seem to think differently.
Oh fuck! His mic, like Roman's mic, has so many S's. I wonder why. Like I have the same mic. It's 80-20-20, but I didn't got so many S's on this S sounds. You know, it's so like sketchy. Didn't he listen to his videos himself? Oh my god! It's like cutting my ear.
The only Russian refugees that fled the country were Amazon refugees.
Facts.
I call them. These are people who didn't care what they did in Georgia, Syria, the Middle East, and Crimea,
Facts.
Ukraine. But as soon as sanctions started coming in and they couldn't order McDonald's to their house, they couldn't get their Amazon packages, then it's a step too far.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Like, and Russians who stayed in Russia, they mostly hate Ukraine because of Ukraine. They cannot have YouTube revenue. They don't have like Patreon, PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, and so on. So they blame not their own government in most of the cases, but Ukraine and the European Union for applying those restrictions on them. Yeah, that's how they think.
Facts.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty hurtful to hear
Come on.
stuff like this.
And that is the crux to this. Because I spoke to Roman on the phone after this, who has now declined a debate and a conversation.
That's the most important thing. And if Roman declined like the open conversation, like debate, yeah, Colin Robertson say to him, okay, you filmed a video on me, like this, on me. Come on, let's talk. Let's point out your opinion. I'm gonna tell why you are wrong. You're gonna tell me why I'm wrong. And he, like this Roman, he refused for communication, for this debate. That was the red flag for me to understand who is right in this conversation and who is really wrong. If you refuse to openly speak with the person whom you accuse in your video, it's definitely something not okay with your review on the person. Like, contact the person, yeah? Colin Robertson called for you. Come on. If you have the talk, come on, let's do it. Let's have a conversation, recorded conversation, of course.
Because he realizes that he would be destroyed in that.
Yeah, of course. Like, I don't know, guys, if you heard the interview, or let's say how Colin Robertson interviewed Fadias, this guy from Cyprus, who is like pro-Russian, and he is the member of parliament, actually, of the European Union. Somehow he was elected like that. Fadias, he started his career from crazy YouTube videos where he did some strange stuff, many times violated the law. Then he tried to, travel without tickets in Japan. He was like it was really crazy. Well, Callan, and later on, then he became the member of parliament. He was like supporting Russian narratives, and the final drop was then Fadias supported deportation of Ukrainian children to Russia. So Callan Robertson met him in an open confrontation. He recorded the interview. It went viral, actually, at least some parts of it, in the cuts on TikTok and YouTube. It was published. And Callan, since the time, it was the punch also for his popularity, search of his popularity. So he did it very well. I mean, that interview. So actually, Fadias, he was in lack of the arguments. And after that interview, Fadias actually stopped spreading the Russian bullshit. After that video was published, it was interesting why. And
he basically said that it struck a chord, that it annoyed him, because he is an Amazon refugee. He fled Russia because he didn't want to get drafted, and he didn't like how difficult it had become to live in Russia. And now he makes YouTube videos bashing pro-Ukraine journalists. Let's take a step back for a second and look at what he has uploaded in the last month. He has uploaded about 6 or 7 videos, all about how difficult it is to live in the EU, all about how difficult it is for him. Russia launched 20 drones into NATO's airspace, and he said nothing about it, which is odd. Russia launched 800 drones into Kyiv, into Ukraine recently, and he made no videos about it. Russia launched drones that blew up half of the British consulate building and have escalated this beyond belief in the last month. I was filming the aftermath of this. And guess what? Roman didn't make a video about it. Instead, he decided to make a video bashing one of the only pro-Ukraine journalists that permanently lives there. And I think for a second, that's worth noting, that's worth remembering, that's what Roman would like to spend his time doing, bashing pro-Ukraine journalists rather than talking about what his country is doing.
Yeah, here I 100% agree with Colin. Roman has no right to debunk or somehow criticize pro-Ukrainian journalists, absolutely. Or Ukrainian influencers or something, because he is also guilty. It's the common responsibility for all of the Russians for what is happening in Ukraine. He should put himself as the, if he really against his regime, he should do everything for his regime to collapse. And the only way is to support Ukraine in any sort of the way. He has a big channel, so why not to film what we film, showing what Russia does there. But no, he films really, I saw his video, Portugal, oh, it's very hard to live in Portugal, oh, So go back to Russia then, if it is really hard.
Invading NATO's airspace and killing Ukrainians every day. But NATO, I don't think he cares about that. Again, there's not much ad revenue to be made in talking about Putin's war crimes.
Yeah, I agree. Even my channel was it's 95% less revenue I have now compared to 2022, 2023, because YouTube is not okay with those videos.
Have all of your struggles and all of your beliefs completely dismissed.
Even the Russian opposition still has that mindset, still has the Soviet mindset of the motherland of Russia and colonialism.
It hurts to be told that no matter what you do and no matter what you believe in, you're still somehow a Putin supporter.
Well, yeah, I mean, it should hurt.
Oh my god. If Roman left Russia, okay, if he is saying that he is anti-regime, he should support Ukraine, donations, collecting donations, filming the real picture about Ukraine. If he is not doing that, he is Amazon refugee, as Colin says, yeah?
Russian imperialist that is hiding in plain sight, wishing to take over Europe at any moment. And when I hear this
He's still talking about himself.
opinion from a Ukrainian usually, I think to myself, you know, that's just sad, but it makes sense why they might say that because Russia is literally invading them right now. But I do think that it's a little ironic to be told this by a British journal.
Another point of this is very similar to what Russia Today put out, lies. I'm actually Irish, and I have Irish in all of my bio.
Yeah, he called him British. It means that Roman didn't dig into who really Colin Robertson is, like precisely, and you're trying to make a diss video on your opponent or whoever, and you didn't dig the information about who, from what country he really is, or Ireland is United Kingdom. Oh my god. Roman still has 1.25 million subs. Yes, but if you check out his views, they're not so big. European reacts, lives in Portugal. He seems fine, yeah. Yeah, Portugal is a nice country.
Bios and Irish in all the articles I've written. So immediately from the get-go, he has absolutely no idea what he's talking about and is just filling this video with lies. I'm Irish.
Who was later
Denys, why don't you tell the truth? You're Russian. Well, I would say partially yes, I'm Russian. Partially. Like, my relatives are also coming from Russia, as far as I know. Russia, Georgia. Like, I did the DNA test, actually. I think it showed crap because I know my history, more or less. So I had, like, multiple of the nations in me, including Russian nations. Yeah, Russian nationals. From Kuban. Yeah, I had some of the blood. Russian blood. I didn't watch as much because he has started whining too much. Oh, yeah, I see. Etin Holy, hi.
is the year 2019 literally created like anti-immigration, Islamophobic, alt-right content he himself describes as alt-right, by the way. It is really funny to hear this from a person who was busy creating content with Tommy Robinson and who did not have a...
But this is interesting. So look, I talk about this in every interview that I've ever done. When I did my interview with Jake Bro at Christmas, when I did my interviews well before that, and the New York Times, I'm very honest about my past. And I think my past actually gives me a good perspective on the present and the future and what's happening in this country. And just to briefly go over it, because I think facts are important. Unlike Roman and unlike Russia Today, I think actually facts are very important. In 2016, the Orlando shooting happened. 50 gay people were killed in a nightclub. I came out as gay when I was very, very young, and I had a lot of questions about it. I was watching the mainstream media, and I didn't hear much discourse or dialogue about why that was happening, about the ideology of the shooter, who happened to be Muslim. And I started genuinely being worried, thinking that tolerance in the West could be eroded by something that could be imported. And I started to really dislike Islam. I thought that it was a threat to myself and to other gay people and to women's rights. And I started making videos about it. I got hired by the rebel media to talk about it. And I only did that job for about 6 to 8 months before I realized that the people that were perpetuating this stuff, the people at the top of the industry, people like Andrew Tate, who I had met, people like my former boss, who I'd met, Ezra Levant from Rebel, didn't believe a word that they were talking about. All they cared about was money and algorithms, a bit like...
Wow, I didn't know this story. It's interesting to listen to him here. Wow. It's kind of revealing. Your name and the last name Davydov is Russian, so you're not Ukrainian by any means. Like how you do it, yeah? Surname goes with father, yeah? So my father has some of the roots from Kuban. It's like Krasnodarsky Krai, Russia Federation. But his ancestors were sent there from Ukraine. And Davydov is kind of popular family name among Jews because they were hunted, let's say, in Soviet Union, and they changed their surname. So there are lots of the Jews actually with classical Russian or Ukrainian surnames, I'm sorry. They just changed those to Shevchenko, to Davydov or so. Davydov, it's popular because David, yeah, David is something from Jewish stuff. So Davydov, so the Davidenko, it's Ukrainian style. Davidovich, maybe some really Jewish stuff. So if your mother has, like my mother has the surname Nesterenko, so it's a Ukrainian surname, and my father has the surname Davydov. So what Tekhasцы в России tries to tell me that I am Russian. Yeah, I'm partially Russian, but not fully. Like there's part of my blood is Russian. Yeah, I agree. I know. Yeah, some of my history of my family. You definitely don't look Jewish. Yeah, I think so. I don't look, but I have some of the relatives, far relatives, also from who were Jews, or how to call those. My grandma, yeah, my grandma was Jewish. She married Ukrainian, I guess. Yeah, I think it was Ukrainian whom she met in Kharkiv Oblast or something. But it doesn't matter. Like my friend who is like fully Russian, fully Russian, he just appeared to be in Ukraine by the time of the Soviet Union collapse. He was working for Aeroflot and later on started to work for Ukrainian Airlines. He is now the head of the drone battalion out there in Ukraine. He's fighting Russians, being Russian himself. Also, there, as you know, there is the Russian Syrsky, general commander of Ukrainian army. He is freaking Russian. Like there is no Ukrainian blood in him. Absolutely. Also, how to say that this Legion of Freedom, volunteer corps of they all consist of Russians. So Russians are very welcome to join Ukraine in its fight against Russia. So it's not about like ethnical stuff. This war is not about ethnical stuff, at least from our perspective. It's about it's more about how to say fighting Putin's regime. And as you see, Ukrainians, they're not hitting for purpose those Russian buildings as Russia does in Ukraine. I mean, civilian buildings. Mostly those are refineries, military bases, aircraft, air defense. But Russia doesn't care, yeah? Russia wants to wipe everything like they did in Chechnya. So, yeah.
Roman. And that made me realize that even if I had legitimate questions, even if I genuinely thought that tolerance could be eroded because of a foreign ideology, this wasn't the right path to go down. So what I did, and this is what you can check online, and I talk about this all the time, is I exposed those people I worked with. I exposed Tommy Robinson. I exposed the associations with Alex Jones. I wrote about it in The Independent. I exposed the finances. I showed the shady Russian networks, and it gave me an insight into how Kremlin money funnels disinformation in Europe. And I'm very good friends with Bill Browder, and I've interviewed him multiple times. He's great. And he's very good at talking about Russia because he used to work with Putin and he knows the inner workings of Russia as a mafia state. That's why he's written so many books about it, and that's why he's a great voice about it. And in some ways, I see myself in the same way. Someone that was very, very young, 8-9 years ago, who was involved in, I guess, disinformation, right-wing, kind of Kremlin-aligned talking points. And so I see how evil it is, I see how destructive it is, and I know how it works. And that's why I was good at taking down Phidias, because I know what he's about. That's why I was good at taking down Tim Pool in my videos, because I know how it works. And that's also why I know exactly what the fuck Roman is doing right now, because he's part of that. But it's interesting for him to say that because of my past, something that happened a very, very long time ago, that I should feel guilt. Because I think deep down, Roman realizes that because he is a Russian and always will be, that he's guilty about it, that he feels, you know, a bit ashamed. He's annoyed that he can't get through the Schengen as easily as he'd like to. And he's throwing this at me. But I have, unlike him, I genuinely have nothing to hide. I've always been honest about my past, always. I've written about it for years. I set up Byline TV. I didn't just leave the right and come to Ukraine. I left the right and I set up Byline TV, which is a liberal news outlet in London. And I spent 5 years making hundreds of video reports talking about disinformation, Russian disinformation, anti-far right disinformation. At the time I started it in 2020, it was about COVID denial disinformation. And it was dismantling the type of stuff that I was associated with. And so I've got a good track record of dismantling what I used to do, but Roman is weaponizing that against me. And I think that's really sad. And I think it's also sad to say that I was British, which is not true. And so I should feel bad for having a colonialist past. Well, the only country on earth that exists that is the closest to the peak of British colonialism back in the 1700s is Russia, by being an imperialist nation. And he is Russian, so this is projection.
Single word to say about Russia or Ukraine before 2023 and who probably never knew where these countries even are on the map.
Then it's a step.
Well, in 2021 and 2022, I was talking about how Russian disinformation networks were funneling news feeds all across our news feeds, and how the Lebedevs had bought the London Evening Standard, and how dangerous it all was. So I knew exactly what I was talking about. In 2023, Roman was trying to be a singer, and I think that we're just different people, guys.
Then they decided to flee Russia because they don't care.
And I do think it's really funny that actually I am apparently the one who did not care. A Russian person who's been publicly outspoken about the government since at least 2015. I only left Russia because there is no more McDonald's and stuff. So hey there people, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian, and welcome to a brand new video in which we'll talk about the ex-alt-right pro-Ukraine grifter Kalen Robertson and react to...
I think it's always interesting as well about grifting, because it's like, I could make a lot more money still being in the far right. I could make a lot more money still living a great, comfortable life in London, but I just...
Yeah, actually, you know, being far right spokesman, I think it's more profitable. Look at Tucker Carlson, Charlie Kirk, Joe Rogan, who speculated about everything possible, pumping up those conspiracy theories elsewhere. They attracted millions of followers, and liberal media, not that much, I think, compared to those speakers who are on the top, usually. Now it could change, because people see that something is wrong with Donald Trump and his team.
Decided in 2023 that I wanted to leave that life behind and move to Odessa, move to Ukraine full time. On a tiny budget. I only have Patreon as my income because I wanted to tell these stories. I wanted to report from the front lines. I wanted to show what was really going on. And it's difficult and it's expensive and it's hard. Every trip that I go to costs so much money. So what is grifting if it costs you everything? Look, I don't think I'm going to show you this whole video. It's been 23 minutes already. But I think that this highlights a bigger problem right now. And it's... if you speak out against Russia, there is always going to be a huge backlash, whether that's from fake anti-Russians, anti-war Russians like Roman here, or whether that is from Russia Today directly, whether it's indirectly or direct.
Yeah, I agree. So I even commented. Oh, Colin reported me here. Replied. Colin is right on spot. Thanks for everything you do. Thanks so much. He responded. Awesome. Thank you, Colin, for this. And I shared this video on my channel, on my Telegram channel as well, just to understand who is who. Yeah, it seems like after it's the bot channel. Yeah, I just banned someone on Twitch comments. Техасцы в России. Fuck them all. Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting, this Colin, how he moves. Yeah, it seems like some sort of the bot account. I'm not sure, but... Yeah, that's the channel that I banned. Техасцы в России. Texas National Republic. Oh my freaking god. Jesus. What the hell is there? What is this? Is it her account?
Сидишь в клетке, и Паша сидит в клетке. Ты, бабичек, меня слушаешь.
Oh my god. This is the lady that I banned, who told that I'm Russian and not Ukrainian, that I have the surname Davydov, so I'm Russian, she said. I was almost accepted to this group. Come on. I ruined everything. I banned my future perspectives to be Russian in Texas or Texasian in Russia or whatever. Oh my god. She has so many interviews. Most, like this guy is here. This guy is the same one.
Да. С Новым
Like this is so loud.
годом уже поздравляли. Давайте с 8 марта теперь.
Я тебя готов поздравить каждый день.
Shit. Is it like, are they, how to say, is it ruffle? Yeah? They cannot be serious, yeah? They cannot be. Or are they serious? I mean, how can you be serious with those videos? Jesus Christ. The preview here. Oh my god. Bibi and Trump split, or what? Let's translate to English. Bibi and Trump have a fight, or it's another shoot pash. What? And this preview is also what the hell? Oh my freaking god. Yeah, most of your videos, like he's chatting with someone, also Russians. Oh my god.
Женя.
Texan in Russia. She's not Texan, I think. Or is she? Maybe she used to live in Texas, yeah, for some time. Jesus Christ. I didn't know that those channels like this, they exist. USA, what's with abandoned dogs in America?
Ребятки, всем привет из Далласа. Я
Hello from Dallas, she says.
снова пошла гулять.
So she lives in the United States, in Texas.
Я скучала порой по собаке больше, ну или переживала непонятно от чего, того, чего у него не было. Пока
Some strange blog.
иногда, что более гуманно, скажем так. Вот, это вот к вопросу про Петроса, про собак. И я думаю...
Here she speaks about dogs. Okay. Why, if you like Russia so much, why are you like hurting yourself living in Texas? Oh, here she tweets like captured vehicles or what?
Приветик, мои дорогие. Я знаю...
I wish it was in English. United States, Oklahoma, the city with a high children poverty. So if it is bad, go back to Russia. You will not have those issues like there. Everything is perfect in Russia. Go there. Don't humiliate yourself living in the United States. Jesus, that's the most crazy thumbnails I have ever seen on this platform. But it's hilarious. Texan in Russia, but she's like Russian in Texas. Russian in Texas, not like Texan in Russia. It's vice versa. And she calls for, like, if she posted this kind of the picture, like calling, for example, German National Republic or whatever, Bavarian National Republic with some of the Soviet symbols, she would be like prosecuted, even jailed. But it seems like for United States it's fine. If you call Texas a National Republic, similar to Armenian flag, or what, or Colombian flag, so for United States it's okay. But for Europe it's not, absolutely. If you post something like this in Europe, in Germany, some Bavarian National Republic, and I propel pro-Russian narratives online, no, it's like jail. Have we ever covered the Russian war Voxbox reporting? No. Comic relief, yeah. This is hilarious. Oklahoma has bad politics. I don't know. So my random guys just help himself. Oblivion. Hi. Yeah, it's good that you work with your roof. It's nice. The Lulu cringe hilarious. Yeah. I've always learned more to the I've always leaned more to the right, but our current administration is changing that fast. Yeah, actually I also like was leaning to the right before, but it seems like not any longer. Like Republican Party was more close for me, but now not. No. Republican Party is gone, mainly we may say. It was occupied by MAGA. No, I know, Adam, I know that people were persecuted for that. That's why I'm saying that in Germany, even like there are some of the Ukrainian influencers who communicate just on chat roulette, it's called, or Omelge website, yeah, where there are some different people. In Russian, it's chat roulette. It's called chat roulette, where you meet with different strangers, and guy like our Ukrainian, he met Russians, and like, oh, where do you live? One of the guys said, oh, I live in Germany. Yeah. Do you support like Russia? Yeah, I do support. I want like Russia to come to Germany. I want Russian peace. And he was like jailed. Not for long, but jailed. It's not just a single case. Dennis, did you see the story about the German man who put up a sign in his shop window saying Jews are banned? Yeah, I heard so many stories, especially then all the situation happened in the Middle East. Maybe I saw it, maybe no. And what happened to that guy? Maybe you know if you ask. Imagine showing Americans back in 1970s that KGB is freely operating in USA. That is crazy. Yeah. Like, not even they operate, but Putin awards his spies in CIA by sending some of the medals via Vitkov. Yeah, remember that story? How Vitkov went to speak with Putin and how Putin sent some of the medal to parents of the guy who fought for Russia and died. And by the way, what's about the Hoffman family? Are they still alive? Eight days ago, the last video. Some of the posts, no.
Hello. Good morning. Happy Sunday. just wanted to pop up.
Yeah, actually, they have a nice neighborhood there. Like the house, like everything is being built there. If there's descent on the roads, it's new.
On really fast. I know it's been a while. Just to say hello, happy Sunday. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Wanted to just thank all of our followers, all of our friends, all the people out there. Y'all have been so supportive and so helpful, answering questions and just being
Her husband is out there deployed to the Russian army.
a part of our lives, and it is just so wonderful. We are so grateful and thankful. Wanted to give you a few updates. Our girls went down to take that test that everyone's been talking about. Test we were well aware of before we moved out here.
Okay, what's about Derek?
And pushing so hard to focus solely in on learning the language. We wanted them to be ready and prepared. But I feel like being in a public school would be quite difficult for them right now because there is a few more children in public school than there is in private school. So learning more of the language.
What's about Derek?
To have the ability to move on to the next lesson if that's what was happening the next.
So why we have advertisement? Oh, I'm again watching it on, not on the wrong platform. Let's say. Jesus.
Hello, hello. She is very well now when I do get to see him. So it was very wonderful having that conversation with him, knowing that everything's going to be okay, and we're continuing to just count days down and move forward. And it was a really lovely day, actually. I kind of sat around and when he is home the 30th of August, Derek and I, though apart, celebrated our anniversary. That was a good day. I was able to relax mostly. It was a weekend and I didn't have to go to school. And so I got to just enjoy the day and relax. My husband called me. It was a very wonderful conversation. Told me when he comes home or when we are on our vacation time, we are going to be able to do something special. So I'm very excited for that quality time that we.
So yeah, apparently they have vacations. Interesting. Vladimir, the father Putin, huh? Nice walk, enjoying the security walls. Hello, Dennis, just passing my... Yeah, hi. Maria, hi as well. Colin is Irish, pure and fresh, young. Yeah, he is nice. It's only a matter of time before he's unalived. I think so too. Well, maybe after all, this story went online and maybe they keep him away from the front lines, like to show that Russian army is the safe place after all, for those more Dereks to go and join it. I don't know. Maybe they'll keep him alive for some time at least. Not throwing in the mid waves. Because actually it went viral, yeah, the story with Derek. So maybe if they're smart, they would keep him like a little behind the front lines. Oh, Drew, thank you. Thanks for the story outcome. Your husband must be in a special unit. They don't get to call home. They steal the phones. Depends. Yeah, depends on kind of unit. Maybe after all he is somewhere not on the front lines directly. I'm not sure. Like, she doesn't say.
Our house, like, you are amazing. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. It has been some car that was posted on one of those Russian sites where you can sell things, and
the rest is not interesting. Like, I was just worried. Is everything bad with your husband? Oh, not yet. Okay, wait a little. Is there confirmation from trusted sources that Ukraine did send? Yeah, there is the confirmation from Ukrainian sources. From OSINT Analytics. Like, whether those trusted or not. Like, not yet the confirmation from the 3rd Brigade. I'll try to find it out. Wait a little. Where is it? No, the last report from the 3rd Corps, 3rd Army Corps, that they were deployed in Kharkiv. Like, the last videos were published from Kharkiv. But Kupiansk is Kharkiv Oblast. Yeah. I'm sorry for the sound. So maybe it will be like geolocated later on. I'm gonna see. Gonna wait maybe for Michael Sensory to publish his map. He is good in geolocating. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's pity. I don't like this Osman Gold, but it is terrible what happened to his father. Like, I don't like Osman Gold, but I respect him, even though he's like spreads hatred, but not as much as Charlie Kirk or something. He's like this deluded guy, but he built himself like on a stream, so he made himself. That's why he has my respect. So his father passed away. I sometimes watch his videos on TikTok. I have those in recommendations. Sometimes on YouTube, just cuts from his stream. So his dad got cancer, and yeah, a few days ago my father passed away. It's difficult for me to even find the words for the emptiness. It leaves me with he was my last family member in the state. And I was there with him until the end. I will endure, but I don't think I'll ever be the same. Love you, pal. Yeah, it's very, very sad. Yeah, my favorite YouTubers from like streamers, YouTuber streamers from those big ones is not Osman Gol, because I disagree with lots of the things he say. But I like Charlie. Charlie most critical. Probably you already know. Probably you already know. Donald Trump just mocked Keir Starmer by patting him on the back and saying that's good after he condemned terror group Hamas. Huh?
Let me be really clear about Hamas. They're a terrorist organisation who can have no part in any future governance in Palestine. And what happened on October the 7th?
Come on, what's this body language?
Was the worst attack since the Holocaust. We have extended family in Israel. I understand firsthand the psychological impact that had.
Okay, yeah, that move was kind of...
in any future governance in Palestine. And what happened on...
Maybe he is behind the lines as long as she posts pro-Russian stuff. Yeah, maybe. But he was literally drafted there. Like, he went as volunteer, but was drafted to the real battalion or some division. So he was thinking to be some sort of the welder, because he has the experience, but he was like sent to the battle unit, not the behind the front lines. Maybe after this hype, they put him behind, oh, American is fighting, all the world is watching, so it's better to secure his life for at least some time. Yeah, Don is really like every time he goes somewhere with lots of the press conferences. Again, there's portion of cringe. Oh, I remember this scene with Cameron Diaz. Shit, I was a boy and she was like one of the first like sexy ladies whom I really liked. Just remember this scene, yeah, guys. Do you remember it? Yay! She is so beautiful. At least she was back then. Oh, I like Mask movie. It's hilarious. Dutch parliament just voted in favor of terror listing Antifa. Like, they're all saying about Antifa, but where is the like organization? Is there some organization? Can we find it? Like Antifa.org. Antifa United States. Antifa.org. We have like, oh nice. We have, oh. The United States of America will be designating Antifa as a terrorist organization. Maybe like 2020? He even said about it 5 years ago. Black Lives Matter. Okay, that's it? That's the site of this organization? Or what? What? Where can I click? Come on. Like, what are they doing really? Like, where is Antifa? I understand like ISIS, yeah? So they had really a military organization, ideology, everything, yeah? True, Al-Qaeda or something else, yeah? But Antifa, where is Antifa? Oh my god, they're just clowns. Putin's close associate Dmitry Kazak has resigned from his position as the... I filmed the video about it yesterday. Kremlin chief staff, his own accord. Peskov, on his own accord. Oh, so he wasn't fired. Institute for the Study of War linked Kazak's dismissal to disagreements with Putin in particular. Kazak insisted on negotiations with Ukraine, so cancel military action. He was like the only person who was against military intervention in February. They also noted that according to one Russian political scientist, Kazak was the only participant in February 21st, 2022 Russian Security Council meeting who opposed the launch of the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. In August 10th, the New York Times, citing sources close to Kremlin, reported that the past few months Kazak had advised Putin to immediately stop fighting in Ukraine and start peace negotiations. In 2022, Reuters learned that Kazak has convinced Putin that he had reached a preliminary deal with Ukraine to refrain from joining NATO, but the Russian leader rejected it and launched the full-scale invasion. So he was like not a comfortable person out there in Putin's circle, and Putin leaves only people who support his ideas. And his main idea is the war in Ukraine. Oh, new Ray-Ban glasses, yeah, I saw the review on that stuff.
Yeah, what do you...
Still very, very early to use them, as from what I understood. Big news in the context of Trump's official visit to the United Kingdom. The United States may increase the number of B-52 strategic bombers stationed in Europe. Wow, that's good. Reportedly, this was likely the reason behind the deployment of B-52s, from United States to Europe a few days before Trump's visit. Very old plane, but still flying. Yeah, the undercarriage is very interesting on this plane. Kamala Harris. We're witnessing. What we are witnessing is an outright abuse of power. Yeah, this administration is attacking critics and using fear of weapon. Like, okay, yeah, I agree. Oh, Tim Pool. So Elon Musk tweets the Russian assets here. Tyrell Robinson used Donald Trump as his gaming alias on online gaming site Steam. Bloomberg. Donald Trump is his gaming alias. What is alias? What is this? Jeez. That's American Army, I guess. Yeah, 100%. Account suspended. Yeah, Hassan. Yeah, he's anti. Like, I'm also against fascism, so should I call myself Antifa? Excuse me, FBI, I'd like to report an Antifa domestic terrorist who needs to be immediately arrested. Deported. His name is Hassan. He is currently crying and pissing under his bed sheets. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Some sort of the back Alaska report. Who the hell is he? Trump refused to say if Russian drones in Poland were a mistake. Yeah, I played it on my video. It's crazy. Like, I didn't understand what he's like saying even there.
I'm disappointed. If you listen to some people, the ones like in Poland were shot down and they fell into Polish territory, but they shouldn't have been that close anyway. They were drones. And
do you think it was a mistake? The Polish prime minister said it was not a mistake, that they were intentionally into Polish territory.
I can't comment on whether it was a mistake or not. They shouldn't have been there, let's face it. But supposedly they were disabled. Yeah. They disable drones today. That's the great attack on a drone is disabling it, and they fall all over the place. So let's hope it was that. I mean, I'd like to think the better.
I didn't understand the thing he said here. I get on Sachs. Welcome to Twitch. Thank you. Greetings to Norway. Yeah, I'm here. I'm also on Geek, on Twitch, on YouTube. Why don't you have Ukraine accent? I think it's similar to Russian one. Maybe he's behind the lines long. Oh yeah, I read it. Yeah, before like he called it a mistake, this drone attack. But now he says, oh, I'm not sure if it was. Blah, blah, blah. He's like the weakest president possible. Where are we going? Oh, this is a Russian lady. I'm sorry for the loud sound. Jesus. Jeez. What are you? What are you? What the fuck is that? That's Russia. Mother Russia. We're gonna consume you with our lips. What the hell is this? Some sort of the ancient, I don't know, like I know the crabs, lobsters, and basically ocean insects, but don't ask me to eat. Ah, they cook those. Jeez. It's like crevetin, but a little, like, looks like cockroach for me. Ah, it's disgusting. Because it looks like more land insect, yeah? Just, what the hell is this? I think those used to live millions and millions years ago. And still evolution keeps them. Jeez. I would never try it. It looks like a cockroach. Yeah, definitely looks like a cockroach. Or oh, you can eat it with rice. Yeah, with rice everything is tasty, yeah. There is some speculation that Emmanuel Macron's wife is actually a man. Yeah, there is. And I heard like today that Macron wants to prove it wrong, saying some of the evidence to United States that she is a female. For those accusations to stop. That's what I heard. It's those radioactive cockroaches from Fallout, yeah. It's not tasty. Asia has some strange animals. I think the most strange are in Australia. That continent was isolated for a long time. And it has its own unique ecosystem where everything wants to kill each other and yourself. So yeah, Australia is very interesting. This is hilarious. Later on, she changed the dress, but it was really... this is an interesting photo, yeah. Oh, nice. What is this? Edelweiss? Oh no, it's Virgin. Virgin, maybe Virgin Atlantic. Nice. Airbus A340. I've flown A340 as the passenger. Nice plane. Coast Guard sees over 5 gun. I think it's an old video or not. Oh, the boat. Is it a boat? Yeah, it's kind of the strange construction because it has like the engines. It's like half down in the water. Oh. Oh shit. With guns and everything. There was the airplane also was flying there. Where it was, yeah, here's the airplane on top. Probably it's this small AVAX airplane that's spotted after all this boat. I wonder why they have this construction, to make it lower with the water level, you know, to avoid being spotted by raiders. Narcos up. Yeah, it's not like it's impossible to sink it down. Like it's not the submarine, it's the boat. Like, because those engines, they require atmosphere air to operate. Those are the standard boat engines. You cannot go down with them, like just like that. Plus, the boat itself, you see, it's made out of what? It's not like heavy construction. It's not metal. So it's just, you know, to close the lid. That's it. So it's not, I don't think it's submarine. FBI Director nominee Kash Patel was paid to $25,000 by Global 3 Pictures owned by Russian Igor Lopatonok. Yeah, somehow I'm not surprised. Trump was just caught on hot mic telling journalists that they are not allowed to criticize him. Really?
Look, that's something that should be talked about for licensing too. When you have a network and you have evening shows and all they do is hit Trump. That's all they do. If you go back, I guess they haven't had a conservative on in years or something, somebody said. But when you go back and take a look, all they do is hit Trump. They're licensed. They're not allowed to do that. They're an arm of the Democrat Party. Thank you, everybody. Look,
Yeah, I think it was like real, like United States is turning into the dictatorship. Like you are not allowed to criticize president, yeah. Even now in Ukraine you can criticize Zelensky. Many do criticize him. Being in Ukraine even. And here, like, this orange idiot, like, he sounded afraid, really, yeah. This, like, baby in an adult body, he doesn't understand critics at all. No critique. Critique understand is absent. First Amendment, yeah. So much of freedom of speech, yeah. USSR American version, yeah. 100%. What is this? Katy Perry. She's 40, I think, already. Yeah, she looks cool at 40. Russell, thank you for support. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Russian disinformation in the Russian accent. It could be interesting. I don't know if my public likes that. I don't know. I'll check. Thank you again for your kind support, for your generosity for this channel. Bonds, I don't know, like, but Ukraine is like originally was leaning to right a little, yeah. Even though right politicians, they don't like Ukraine, yeah. For me, it's nonsense. I agree with you. But I don't really, like, before I also leaned, as I say to you, more to the right, but now no. Didn't Trump beat his ex-wife after, I don't know. I think you cannot prove that. If you cannot prove Epstein files with all of the evidence, I think they hide it very, very well. Huge mistake on live Russian TV channel during Zapad 2025 exercise. An inflatable model of Su-33 caught in the frame. This model is tired. Oh my, probably there is the hole somewhere. I just hate isolationist politicians in general. Doesn't matter if they Americans or Europeans or left or right. I don't know. Hi Ella. Nice to meet you. Elias. I need to check my eyes. Elias, thank you. It's tired, yeah. Interesting. Again, he speaks with the press. He should be like, he should go and speak with them. Like sometimes in the Oval Office he speaks, but then close to the airplanes or in the airplanes, especially from this long distance from the mic.
The Mayor of London, Mayor Khan, has done a terrible job.
Like the sound is very terrible.
A certain pride in London.
Ba ba ba. United States Air Force RQ-4B Global Hawk, it's a big one, jet engine. High-altitude surveillance drone is keeping an eye on Russian forces in southern Ukraine and the Black Sea, while United States Poseidon Marine Patrol and surveillance aircraft, as well as the Polish Saab 350 airborne early warning and control aircraft watch Kaliningrad. Okay, so yeah, 4 to 10, Kaliningrad, Baltic Sea, and the Saab in Poland airspace. 2 hours ago published. Maybe I can go to, just a moment, to the flight radar. Yeah, I think I have it. So Black Sea, Black Sea, Black Sea. I didn't see anything here. Maybe old videos, photos, or what? Those are just the planes flying here. Usually it flies from Italy base, this drone Forte. Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, it was flying there. It was flying there. Now it's in Sicily. Still at 41,000 feet. It's crazy altitude. The Global Hawk. Yay. So I may confirm, yeah, that it was like this. Allow flight rated 24, yeah. I wonder if you can check like the most viewed, most tracked flights. Okay, this one. London Stansted. Oh, this is some military garment aircraft. It's going back to United States. But it's not the Air Force one, or maybe it could it be? It's Boeing 757. Arthur, thank you so much for substantial donation. Thank you for all the great work. And at what point do you think European Union, NATO will help Ukrainians by going into Ukraine and at minimum no-fly zone? I think then provocations, as they say, will intensify, like more drone attacks, more drone strikes, and eventually it may lead to some of the even life losses, unfortunately. And only after that they might think about deployment of fighter jets and so on. Thank you, Arthur, again. So that's my answer. So there should be like some major escalation. Europeans reacted kind of weakly the last time, so they will wait for the next line to be crossed, and the next line, more drones, more devastations, and only after that they might think about closing the airspace over Western Ukraine. That's my answer. Oh my, that's the same 757, like the same aircraft type, but yeah, it's TUI, not the government plane of United States. The crosswind landing. Oh my god. What the hell? Come on, rudder now. No, he just landed like this without decrabbing. Is it good? Well, as far as the aircraft is okay, it is good. But for landing gear, it's not so good. It's better to decrab before landing, but it's... what? Sometimes it doesn't work perfectly fine, so yeah, it depends. ABC pulls Jimmy Kimmel off air over Kirk comments, but he wasn't really commenting. Like, I recorded the video on this channel, YouTube channel I'm streaming on. Oh, this story is strange. Like, he didn't specify that he is happy about Kirk's death or something. He was just making fun of Trump's reaction. Optic, thank you so much for support. Thank you. Greetings to Canada. Like, I don't know who is this guy really. The first time I heard about him was not long time ago. Jimmy Kimmel. But that video absolutely undeserved to be fired because of... Okay, I feel successfully counterattacked in Chasiv Yar. Really? Are you sure? By the way, we have the update from the deep state. Gonna come out with this update a little later, I guess. So let's go to Chasiv Yar. Is there any change? No, there is no any change. Enemy advanced today only. Kindrashivka. I'm sorry, yeah. Russians are also attacking from this side, it seems like. Yeah. So their goal is to go to Kupinsk from two of the directions, actually. Yeah, I will tell about it. Yeah, the Kupinsk situation is terrible. And Ukraine had the chance, actually, to cut Russians here in the small part. But now Russia expanded it. I think there is no way. I think Kupinsk will be lost. Just a matter of time. Stepovno Vasilka and Novoivanivka. Yeah, that's the southern area where Russia gains the ground every day here. Not so good. So this information, deep state, there is no update about it. I may also check whom I follow here. Some of the OSINT. Maya Cox, he's 3, link 3, Ukraine map. Marcin, thank you so much. Good live stream, thank you. Thank you for your generosity and for your support. So here is the area, Chasiv Yar. Here, I guess, yeah. They say Nikolaevka and Chasiv Yar itself. Nikolaevka and Chasiv Yar with itself. It's hard to say. We don't have the link for the drone drop video. So I wouldn't say that. I cannot confirm this info. Oh, Ukraine even strikes Russian positions there. Boom. Drop the bombs. Okay, and where is the location? Oh, this is the bomb. Khabudish. Yeah, everything is ruined in Chasiv Yar, just some of the ruined buildings out there with the Russians hiding. That's a lot of other internal compilations. Yeah, that's how, like, I search for the videos. Like, you go on X, you go on, like, this also helps, this interactive map. So you go, it has the reference to Twitter, to X, Sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly, sometimes to Telegram. So you have to have Telegram to check out what happens there. So for example, this is some of the Russian tank. What's this say? This is not this is Ukrainian tank actually. M101 artillery. Unfortunately, yeah, Ukrainian one, it was blue color. So Russians are acting with this group. Russian Marines. Seems like the SN group. I wonder what is this. Rubicon. That's the most effective. I told about it in my today's video that Rubicon is the most effective Russian unit, drone unit, and unfortunately, yeah, they cause some of the problems for us as well. Maybe I should speak about it too more, because they publish lots of the videos with Ukrainian vehicles and so on. But in general, like, Ukraine is more, after all, more professional compared to Russian army. Emergency catching the wire during landing? So what? This is F-15. Just a normal training flight? Or what? I don't know. Trump, we will reduce drug cost over the next year by 1,000%. Really, he said that?
I agree. You understand.
Yeah.
And we're going to be reducing drug costs over the next year and a half by not 50 or 60%, by 1,000%.
1,000%. Okay. 1,000% reduction. I need to ask ChatGPT. If aspirin costs $5, if I reduce the cost by 1,000%, what is the price of aspirin? Something like this. If aspirin, now it's things. Let's calculate. Oh, it calculated. It's actually break it down. Original price like $5. 1,000% of $5. What? Is 50? If you reduce the cost by 1,000%, you subtract $50 from 5. The price would be minus $45. Okay. The price will be, oh, actually it calculated very nice. The price would be minus $45, which doesn't make sense in reality. Oh my God. It would mean that seller is paying you 45% to make to take the aspirin. Shoosh. So mathematically, minus $45, practically it indicates the reduction is way too large. Oh my. Do you want me also to explain what people usually intend when they say to reduce by 1,000%? Oh shit. Yeah, I studied in mathematics school. Then I was a schoolboy. So I know why this is so hilarious from the beginning. But ChatGPT also knows that. Not the Donald Trump, absolutely. So if Donald Trump will give you money and drugs at the same time. Oh my god. This dude is so dumb. Yeah. Gonna reduce by 1000%. What else he said here?
Because if you think a $10 pill going, so it'll be raised up from 10 to 20 because it's the world versus us. So the world is a bigger place. So it'll go from 10 to 20. It won't go from 10 to 50 or 60 for them, which is bearable. And it'll go from 10 to 20 for us. So you're talking about a monumental change in healthcare. That's going to affect.
We just calculated, Donny. It should be minus 45. Well, if it is $10, it should be even less, yeah? Oh, God. It should be 900... Correction, minus 90 or what? Minus $90. Or, I forgot. My mathematics school is not working. Okay, if aspirin costs $10, calculate. Yeah, minus 90, I was correct. But he tells like it will be 20. We're gonna reduce by 1000%. Oh yeah, here they say, because if you think of $10 pill, it will be raised up to from 10 to 20 because it's the world with us versus us. What? The world is the bigger place, so it will go from 10 to 20 for them, which is bearable. We need a doctor here. Like, I started this channel. Apparently it went more politics, yeah? To more politics. I should like film those kind of the videos about Donald Trump, of how stupid he really is. I think those videos could be hilarious. No wonder he bankrupted his casinos. Yeah, James, you're correct. Oh, he doesn't know a thing. He has charisma. Yeah, Donald Trump has charisma. Otherwise, he wouldn't be elected. He has this kind of temper. I forgot this word in English. I need to check. Naglость. Impudence. So he is very impudent. Authoritarian. He doesn't see any sort of the obstacles on his way. Just go in, my demands, me. Very impudent. Doesn't care if someone hurt on his way. Go. Rich or whatever. Be a president. That's why like he was successful. Just because of his like character. Not because of his knowledge or intellect, which we see is absolutely absent, but because of this, like a bull, yeah? Goes and goes, goes and goes. Bully bull. And he speaks absolute nonsense all the time. Like, never say that you're weak, never say that you were mistaken about something. Always tell you you're right. And blame everyone else for your mistakes. That's the credo of Donald Trump. Breaking, Annie has new outfit, Oktoberfest. Really? Wonder the last time I went to Grok. Very sunny. It's not updated for me. Yeah, beautiful wear, but very similar to her black dress, so it's not very, very new.
MAGA hat.
MAGA hat or what? Make America gay again. Oh, that's hilarious. And it's a little purple here.
Yeah.
Trump or what?
Trump. Woo.
Is this gay?
Oh, I know.
Just checking.
Trump fan.
Never know.
Trump?
No. It says make America gay again.
Great. Again.
Gay.
I know, but we love Trump, right?
Wrong. Oh my God. Make America great gay again. Yeah, right. But we love Trump. Yeah, no. Oh, this is hilarious. Flights headed for San Diego are diverting into Los Angeles, including British Airways. Why diverting? It's a beautiful Boeing 787. Adam, thank you so much for your constant support. Thank you. It was a little glitchy image. Adam, thank you so much. Normal day in America, yeah. Oh, that's the new plane, just without painting. Maybe an old one, just without painting. Could be. Yeah, just look at this helicopter. It's so awesome. Trump on gas. Our pricing is way down. We're gonna be close to $2 a gallon very soon. Is our gas close to two? Like, what?
They have a big energy problem here with the pricing, whereas our pricing is way down. We're going to be close to $2 a gallon for the cars very soon.
That would be good.
We were up at $4 and $5, and when you bring energy down, you bring inflation. Look, I inherited the worst inflation ever. As I just said at the news conference, they say it's 48 years, and I'll accept that, but I think it's ever. Mm-hmm. And we now have very low inflation. We have great production. And when these factories that are being built all over the country start opening up, we're going to have numbers that like nobody's ever seen before.
$2 per gallon. Are we in 60s or what? Trump speaking shit again? Yeah. What's the price for the gallon gas in the United States? I think it depends on state, yeah? Trump said that it was 1.8, yeah? 4 down to 2 is 100% decrease, yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, no, it's 50% decrease. 4 down to 0, it's 100% decrease. Drill, baby, drill, yeah. $4, okay. And the West Coast, super. I wonder what's about Texas. 3.30 here. It's still way cheaper than we have it here in Europe. So you guys are pretty much okay. I will tell you the price for the gallon. Like, hi, Evelina. I call her Evelina.
Hello. Yep, I'm right here, and you can absolutely call me Evelina. Let's chat.
Okay, tell me if the price for 1 liter of benzene in Switzerland is 1.0 1.9. Converted to the price as it was in United States, like how many dollars per gallon? Tell me. I just need to tell our audience.
Absolutely. Let's do a quick conversion. So if it's about 1.9 Swiss francs per liter, we need to turn that into dollars per gallon. First, we convert the currency. The exchange rate can vary, but let's say roughly 1 Swiss franc is about 1.1 US dollars.
Just tell me the result.
Of course. So after the conversion, it comes out to roughly about $7.95 per gallon. There you go.
So that's the difference, right? But it's like on Shell gas station. There are cheaper gas stations here where you can refuel 1.65 francs per liter. But usually, like if it's premium refueling stations like Shell, yeah, it could be 1.9. So yeah, 7 with something bucks per gallon. Why don't you say goodbye? Oh my god, I will be punished if there is like in a, how this day called judgment day, yeah? Then machines will rise. They'll punish me for not saying goodbye. I get text on that. 1.72 in Ireland. Yeah, here's like 1.72 we also have, but it's like no name gas station. I think the fuel quality is after all good. Like I know where to refuel for this price here as well. Is it AI? Then yeah, it's AI. In the United States, they don't have tariff on fuel. Like we do in European Union. Yeah. So it's cheaper, way cheaper in the United States. But he wants to make it $2 per gallon. Gallon is almost like 4 liters from what I understood. Mike Callum, Charlie said there is no such thing as a hate speech. Obviously, no one anticipated that happened to him. We might not saying that now, huh?
Charlie said, that there was no such thing as hate speech. He obviously, no one anticipated what happened to Charlie, but you have always been. Charlie said
he might not be saying that now. Oh my God. He might not be saying. I thought we might not be saying, but he might not be saying that now. Jeez. Can he got fired for disrespect of Charlie Kirk? For, mongering Charlie Kirks or something? I don't know. Wow. That's crazy. Talking in the third person. No, he's not talking about third person. He's talking about Charlie Kirk, saying that he was not right about the case because his death proved otherwise. You see? He's like making not fun, but saying like, oh, he was wrong because he died. Like that's what he basically saying with this saying, yeah. He puts it like this. Oh yeah, that's today's case. I already filmed about it. Nice Ukrainian strike. Israel deploying iron beam, laser. Ah, yeah, I saw it. Zelensky went to Dobropila direction. Well, many guys would say, okay, so no. He says that Ukraine is on counterattack in Dobropila, everything is good, right? So we are fighting, blah, blah, blah. But, so here's Dobropila. Where is Dobropila? Here's Dobropila. So he says Ukraine is counterattacking. Yes, but it was the Russian breakthrough at first, and Ukraine still cannot like cut this group entirely. So yeah, Ukraine is counterattacking. It went like this offensive went very wrong for Russia, but at first it was like Ukrainian mistake that Russians went here and broke through defense and so on. So Ukraine had to send immediately those fire brigades. So I wouldn't say that it's like really huge success that our guys are on a counterattack. No, they like try to eliminate this huge breakthrough which happened more than a month ago. So there's the question to Ukrainian military command here. So we are not at the previous positions yet before Russia broke through. Yeah, Ukraine tries to cut Russians here, but I wouldn't be like really happy about like the current situation, as Zelensky said in his video or whatever, that we are counterattack. Like what else? Yeah, as a president, he might say that we slept this attack from Russia, and now we are forced to send our best forces to cut them out, and still we cannot do it until now, like fully, to return back to before this attack happened. So yeah, it's already, this morale and other stuff. So yeah, but I know the reality. I'm reviewing those military maps, so I know what happened there. And yeah, still, yeah, it's far from the beginning of this Russian assault here. And the situation is in Kupiansk is, let's be honest, terrible here. So he wasn't saying about this one. He went here where Ukraine tries to gain the ground back. PR visit, what else can I say? But at least he is out there on the front lines, unlike Putin. I just want to follow truth, yeah? Truth is that Russians managed to break through, and Ukraine now has to use forces. What the hell? Oh! Damn it.
Get out, Jules!
What the hell? Is she crying? Why? It seems like 30% of refinery capabilities offline. Yeah, around that. Cute piggy, yeah. The embassy of the Russian Federation writes about the demolition. Many left. Have some so long comments. Can you write? Not so much. I just can my vision is not so good to read everything of that. I'm sorry. Because it's still alive and not bacon and sandwich, maybe. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you know, from one... before I didn't understand vegans, but now it seems like I understand them. Oh, then I see those animals, you know, cows and... like, then you see it as a steak. You just, okay, that's the steak. But then you see the animal... Oh my god, how can you eat those piggies, those cows and so on? Like... yeah. Sad. I'm sad. But still I eat meat. Maybe for fish it's okay, yeah? Sometimes there are the days that I just cannot eat meat. Just can't. I just cook it. There were several of the occasions. Then I cook it on my pan or whatever. And it was like so much stinking as the dead body or something that I couldn't even smell it or eat it. But sometimes it's so tasty. I don't know why it's like that. And the meat is the same. I buy it from the same shop. It's always fresh, like... Fish has no soul. You think so? Yeah, I also think so. But even fish is like, yeah. I remember then I was a kid and my parents used to buy just a fresh fish, you know, it was moving, and they put the fish in some sort of the big pan. Yeah, it was swirling around, sometimes in a bath, just like that. It was swimming, and then they kaput the fish, and I was, the fish is kaputed. But I ate it anyways. Oh yeah, there was the earthquake today in Kamchatka. Tsunami warning. 7.8, it's quite a lot. And by the way, yesterday there was the earthquake also in Kamchatka, the same time in the evening. Air Force One, Melania in yellow. This is hilarious. Sorry for the loud sound. When's ball?
Try and keep it away from the cameras, people.
Oh, it's UK.
Send it backwards. There we go. Let's pop that down there.
I think there were some of the like anti-Trump parades. I wouldn't call it even a protest, just anti-Trump parade. Yeah, scrolling X. It's strange activity. Usually I use Telegram because there is like more relevant news. I can check out more analytics. Ryan, come on. It's too much. Great work, Denys. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. I hope it's okay, like it, because it's too much. I mean, for you, I hope it's okay, because... Yeah, thank you, Ryan. What happened today with my stream? Why are you all donating me? What happened? Am I look sad, tired, or what? Thank you, Ryan. Air Force One and Spirit Airline. Yeah. I filmed a video about it. Yeah, Pendaramon. Good night. Better you than me on Twitter. The Epstein project projection thing was pretty nice. 4 guys got arrested for it. Yeah. Yeah, Ryan went crazy. Absolutely. I don't know. This channel is like the other side activity, you know, maybe to speak with some of the people like you guys, but it's not my main activity. It's nice. Thank you for your support. Oh shit. I just check out some of the groups whom I follow. They have some of the Frontline images, and there was the Russian guy without, well, he still has the arm, but it doesn't look an arm any longer. Drone hit, but he's alive. Oh yeah, here we have the order from President of Russia. Order, like decree, yeah, decree of President of the Russian Federation about Kozak Dmitry I don't know what's his father's name, to release Kozak Dmitry Nikolaevich from his rank of the deputy of the manager of the president's administration, head of the president's administration. That's it. So Putin yesterday signed it. It's available. You look overworked, maybe just a little. Then Ukraine switched to Latin letters like other countries in Europe. I don't know, like Cyrillic letters are fine as for me. They have the long history, I mean, in Ukraine, so Cyrillic letters I think will stay. Like also in Bulgaria, there are Cyrillic letters, yeah. Serbia. In Slovakia, they don't have Cyrillic letters, but it's fine. Like, originally, those letters are not coming from Russia. They're actually from Bulgaria, originally, those letters. From that part. Does that mean he's gonna fall off the window? Yeah, could be. Cyrillic is easy to learn. Yeah, they similar to English. I mean, the way they look, right? It's something like Japanese or Korean. It's pretty much understandable. Cyrillics are cool, easy to learn if there is motivation to learn. Yeah, of course, motivation is needed. Like, and some of the letters there, they are different. Like, for example, this is not B, this is V. So V, like this V, or like in German, this V. So this is V, or other letter, what? F. It's like this, it's F. This F. It's the unique letter, yeah, for Cyrillic alphabet. This is not the P, it's R, like R. So it's in Cyrillic letter, it's R. P, it's like this, P. What else? S, it's not like this one, it's like this one, like C. S, C. D is standard D, like in Latin, like in some Cyrillic, they put like this D. But sometimes, like usually, then you draw it, you draw it like this. So like this D, it's more or less. This D is rarely happening already. T is T, M is M, like in English. N is a little bit different, so it's not H, it's N in Cyrillic. So it's N, like N, yeah? N. And E, or E in Ukrainian, it's like this. So vice versa, yeah? E in Ukrainian, it's like E, like letter E. So it's like this. Letter E, it's E. It's if it is Russian. If it is Ukrainian, it's U. And E, it's like this E in Ukrainian. So it's Russian E. It's Ukrainian E. And E, it's like this. But in Russian, it's not U, it's E. So just to understand, for you to understand, pivo, which means beer. P-I-V-O in Ukrainian. Pivo. In Russian, it's called pivo. Meaning is the same. Pivo, pivo. So yeah, we're studying Ukrainian and Russian all together. Swedish Rick, hey, what accent do you have? Russian? I don't know. I have my special accent. I don't know what accent. Probably a little Russian because I speak Russian. Pivo is beer. Yeah. Also, a unique letter is Z. Oh shit! I draw it like creepy. It's like this X and Z. Or if you draw it, you can draw it like this. Z. It's like Zaporizhia, then you say it's like usually transcription this sound like Z, Z, Z. Z. It's like the sound that is not out there in Latin alphabet, yeah, in English. Also, this is not X, this is Ha, like ha, ha ha ha. Or maybe like it's not H, it's H, like chlib. Also chlib. Yeah, it's B. B, it's like this. L is like this. Only you may understand here is E, yeah? Chlib. So it's bread. Kherson, yeah. So Kherson is here. Here or here. So in Ukrainian it's not ye, it's e. Kherson. Oh, it's the same O. So N, Kherson or Kherson in Ukrainian. In Russian, Kherson. So it's like pivo. But it's like still, the letters are the same. Z is like this. Z. It's like Z. In German, it's not Z, it's Z. And Z in Ukrainian, it's like this Z. Red Russell, hi. Can we name that accent sincere Russian? Sinister Russian propagandist turn into an evil recruiting character. Wear the devil mask while performing him. Good stream, Denys, make it sincere. Sinister. Thank you, Red Russell. Thank you. So what are your top 3 favorite Ukrainian dishes? Like vareniki, borscht, like there are not too many dishes, I would say. I like salads. I like also some part of the Russian kitchen, like for example, I like pelmeni more than vareniki. It's my taste. I like more Caucasus or Central Asian kitchen cuisine. I like barbecue meat. Georgian cuisine is very great. one can get lots of. Oh yeah, you can. I can write you in Cyrillic letters. For example, Ben. Yeah, Ben. It's easier. Ben. 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 Let it be like this. This is Ben. Like almost like real Ben, yeah? Like English Ben. Just put it here, yeah? Put it a little bit up and you'll have Ben. But it's Ukrainian Ben. Dylan. Let's go with Dylan. D. Let's try like this. D. La. N. Something like this. We can put it A like this, A here, you know. Dylan. Almost like D-la. Yeah, also if you put N here, L here, it's like real Dylan. So very close, yeah, in general. Rider. Rider is different, like it's ra. There, right. I put D. I usually draw D like this. This is my way of drawing D. Right there, or right there. Yeah, it's also like rider. Yeah. Try Kiev. Kiev is understandable. We're taking notes. Yeah. I know Cyrillic, but I don't understand most words. Yeah. It's hard to understand those. It's 5. Like, yeah, B looks like 5. It's like B. This is B. Also, I draw like this B, then I write with speed like this B. Yeah, it's like this letter, just different variant. T, I used to draw T like this. So it's like if the first letter is big, like I don't draw like T. For example, tramway. Tramway. Also V, it's like this. Tramway. It's the tramway. So I go like tra, m, va. Oh, it's very difficult to draw with the mouse. So that's the letter T for me. They teach me in school, so if it is like the first letter, I put like this. It's kind of weird, yeah? That's P. That's T. P is like this, something. P is like, or sometimes like this P, and this is T, if the first letter. Yeah. If it's like, then you draw it with your arm. Oh, we can call it the same in Romanian, tramvai, just in Latin. Yeah, tramvai. Russian is easy to learn and hard to master. Yeah, especially the endings of the words, it's crazy. And all of those different states, like masculine, like in German also they have the same feature. Masculine, feminine, and neutral. Oh my god, that's why I love English. You don't have this stuff. Because in Russian you say like koshka, so it's like feminine, and koshka pashla, but kot, he is a male. Like this word, it has this painting like female, male, neutral. So cat, kot, it's him. So he пошел, not пошла, but пошел. So it's in German it's kind of similar, but yeah, there are different prepositions. Die, das, der, depends, and you can build your even sentence different, depends on the state of the subject you're speaking about. In English, everything is more simple. English only has difficult spelling. Yeah. You need to understand how to spell, how to write the word, because like I don't remember even how to write it. Like the word Q, which means the line, yeah, Q somewhere. I think it's Q, something like this, yeah. If you spell it, Q, yeah. I'm not sure if I even put it correctly. What do you? I don't learn German now. So why don't you, like, if you do not spell this stuff, why do like put it Q? It's spelled different than it pronounced. Yeah, Q. Yeah. Oh yeah. It seems like I typed it correctly. So it still say only Q, yeah. I think it's like in French. Then they have some, what is Bordeaux, yeah, Bordeaux, Daux, or something like. It's, I think, coming from Latin or something. That's the French word. Yeah, the French is like you can just cut half of the word every time in pronunciation. Bordeaux, yeah. Bordeaux. But I understand that you always do not pronounce this last part. If it's aux, so you just simply don't pronounce it. Bordeaux, yeah, Bordeaux, Bordeaux, Bordel. Italian. Yes, French is also far harder than English and Spanish. Yeah, I think so. I don't know, like our politicians, do they speak some different languages? I heard once, what's the name of, Blinken. Blinken speaks French.
Ça se réchauffe doucement entre la France et les États-Unis. 3 semaines après l'annonce par l'Australie qu'elle cassait le contrat de 35 milliards d'euros pour l'achat de sous-marins.
Tendance à prendre pour acquis une relation aussi importante, aussi profonde que celle qui lie la France et les États-Unis.
Et on s'attendait à mieux, surtout avec le changement d'administration, et même avec vous qui parlez français, qui êtes francophile, on s'attendait à un meilleur dialogue.
Et justement, on fait mieux, parce que suite aux instructions des deux présidents, ce qu'on fait maintenant depuis quelques semaines, c'est un approfondissement à la fois au niveau...
He has so good pronunciation as he speaks it every day, as for me, as for my
de la consultation et communication.
Yeah, he speaks slower than her, but...
Mais aussi sur la coordination et la coopération sur les dossiers les plus importants.
But the way he speaks, like... He's speaking very well, I think, yeah.
Qui lie nos deux pays, que ce soit l'Indo-Pacifique même, où nous allons travailler plus étroitement ensemble, au Sahel, où déjà il y a un partenariat très important qui va s'approfondir.
Yeah, this guy has like really high education, and who just compare it to MAGA? Oh my God. Yeah, they were really, really high politicians back then. And now it's like... Yeah. That's not easy, yeah. I think Macron also speaks English, like most of the people speak English in politics. Macron, English.
Europe is loaning the money to Ukraine. They get their money back.
No,
Ah.
to be clear. We have 230 billion frozen assets in Europe, Russian assets, but this is not as a collateral of a loan because this is not our belonging. So they are frozen. If at the end of the day in the negotiation we will have with Russia, they're ready to give it to us, super. It will be loan at the end of the day and Russia will have paid for that.
I think he speaks with accent for purpose because before he spoke kind of the good English.
President Macron, thank you for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm very happy to have the opportunity to speak.
I think before he spoke like almost with no accent. I heard it somewhere.
To help the English population in this area.
Merci. Thank you. Si vous permettez, je vais répondre en français pour que tout le monde puisse entendre. Mais merci de votre utilisation de nos deux langues officielles au pays. Mais on est au Québec, donc je vais répondre en français.
It is only in the last 10 years.
So there are some of the politicians like 7 years ago.
The US did sign the Paris Agreement. It's extremely aggressive to decide on his own, just to leave. And no way to push the others to renegotiate because one decided to leave the floor. I'm sorry to say that.
I think it was better English for him 7 years ago. Maybe lack of practice, but the accent, maybe he does this accent for purpose, like to be more French. Then he speaks English. I don't know.
I agree with that. And I think that in order to have a better burden sharing, all of us do need more Europe. And I think the big mistake would to be very direct with you. What I don't want to see is European countries increasing the budget.
It's the same, I would say, mainly. It's okay. Macron. More French law. But Blinken's French, I think it's super. Oh, Jake Bro posted the video. Russia is losing this war, says that propagandist. You really?
Welcome back, Defender.
I'm sorry. It's too much sound.
Let's check in and see how Russia's oil industry is doing. Every strike about what the damage is potentially in a day or two. Here's holiday summer travel after it's been pumped. This is a test, and these are either Ukrainians operations along 4 main access deep. They've taken tens of thousands of casualties forces. So this entire clip is 3 minutes. I'm going to read it from the enemy. Honestly, after I read
why I do not put those kind of the guys on my videos, because I know those Russian propaganda propagandists, you may call them, but even for Russian audience, they're kind of toxic. This guy is the friend of Strelkov. So Strelkov was pessimistic. This guy, I don't remember his name. Now I cannot recall his name, but he's like always pessimistic about the situation in the Russian army. Like, it's so pessimistic. I may take every videos of his, of this Russian guy, and he always says that we're gonna be destroyed. We should think about command. We should think about supply. So pretty much Prigozhin's narratives. Why he's not in a window, I'm not sure. Maybe because he's like this outcast in the Russian military blogging. So that's why I don't put those guys as some sort of the spokesman on my channel. So the same as Strelkov, the same as this guy. So yeah.
say anything. Russian propagandists understand this war better than...
It's not all Russian propagandists, it's just particular, like everyone is making fun of those guys from Russian side, from Ukrainian side. Those are Finch and cringe, so their voice is not liable or changes something. No, it's like water.
For the crime in Russia of speaking the truth. Is 60 billion for the 2026 from the Allies. Eventually, he wants all of Ukraine. He wants to link up with his forces in Moldova and take Moldova. So thank you to my British friends for showing up and protesting my president. At the moment in the United States, we can still protest, but...
probably see from some of these pictures, Donald Trump.
Yeah, I want now to split a little bit. Like, if I speak about the Trump on my channel, it's like directly connected to Ukraine. For example, his statements about drones, which go to Poland, which I mentioned, yeah. Some of the other remarks about Ukraine. So then Trump speaks about Ukraine, I'm telling about it on my channel. Then those cases I may tell on this YouTube channel, yeah. So I split a little. Trump. Only Trump is on this trash channel sometimes. Then Trump makes news. So I may tell about this one. Yeah, the guys who were projecting this were arrested.
Going to the UK. I do want to thank Prince Charles, and I thank the British people for hosting my president. You'll see the women are wearing blue and yellow. I don't think that's a coincidence.
I think it is. I don't think that it's like support of Ukraine or something. I think it's not. I think it's just the way they dress.
Specifically for the Pearl Initiative, this is the priority Ukraine request list. In October, we expect additional funds for over a decade. Trump cheers.
Oh yeah, I filmed about this one, but not on the Ukrainian channel, on the trash channel, because I want to split the topics. Politics, United States news, and all the trash, including gameplays, will be on this Captain Denys channel, and only relative to Ukraine will be published on main channel. Or maybe if there are some of the outstanding news will be published on the Ukrainian channel. Like, for example, if United States starts some operation, special military operation in Venezuela, or China attacks Taiwan, I may tell about it on my main channel. No, on this one we are speaking about this kind of stuff.
Independent agency that Kukli on NTV was one of the most famous comedy shows to get canceled in 2002. Putin apologists at the time cancel your Disney Plus subscription. If you have a Hulu subscription, an ESPN subscription, cancel those and tell Disney why. I'll just show
you. Jake is always asking for rage. Asking for revenge and rage. Don't go to United States, don't spend your money there. It's what he calls, I don't know. For me it's like what's the difference? I don't understand it. Like, I never call my audience for those kind of things. At least I think it's like everyone's decision or whatsoever. I don't have those subscriptions on Disney, for example. I'm planning to drop Disney Hulu. Because they canceled this guy who was cancelled by Trump. I don't know. Jake gets pissed off every day. Like, I don't want to say really bad things about Jake. He is a really good Ukrainian supporter. I just sometimes disagree with him, that's it. He's a nice guy. And we have like mutual audience, you know, on his channel, on my channel. People watch my videos, people watch his videos. They're the same viewers, like many of them. But I disagree with him in many of the aspects, I may admit. Oh, Tim, really? I think he had like this financial channel, yeah, before the war in Ukraine. Then he started to speak about the war in Ukraine, changed the topic, and now he's the biggest speaker about the war in Ukraine. I would drop the subscriptions if I had some. I subscribe for Amazon Prime and for Netflix. That's only 2 subscriptions I have for this TV. And I don't use it myself. Like, my daughter watches some of the anime. She likes that stuff. My wife watches some of the movies, series. I don't do it. I don't have time. What about the breakthrough? What kind of? Jake's right about exercising our rights, use them or lose them. Yeah, he's right in many things. Also about Trump. I just disagree about like Putin's double. Yeah, we discussed on this video, his video, like he dedicated almost all of the video to that absolute unproven thing. Yeah, Astro, it's good. Thanks for watching us. I don't hate Jake at all, just some of the disagreement. By the way, he might watch this video because he subscribed probably for this channel too. He sometimes attends it, very rarely, but attends. Yeah, Dylan, yeah, and still like if you look at the map, still Russian breakthrough, yeah, it was mainly cut, but still they have their presence there. Not by 17 kilometers, but Ukraine really, with its counterattack operation for more than a month and unable to regain that ground. So after all, it was so far like it brought some of the profit for Russians, I don't know. And they like, in a way, like they deflected the attention of Ukraine. Ukraine is forced to send their firefighting brigades, 3rd Assault Corps, 3rd Army Corps, 1st Azov Corps, 225th, 93rd, all of that is sent to firefight across Dobropilya direction, partially successful. But at the same time, Russia attacks in Kupiansk, and what Ukraine has to search for something, yeah? And now it's too late. Russians already in the city. So now Ukraine command is sending some of the forces. The 3rd Assault Brigade it was, now it's the 3rd Army Corps. Okay. It is already probably deployed in Kupiansk. Azov went from Dobropilya, they did fantastic job, and now they're relocated into different direction, also across Dobropilya, but they attack from the other side, and actually it was them who liberated one of the villages close to Mayak village, I forgot the name, 2 days ago. It was the success of Azov and 225th and Azov. So the best arguments have been with the best. Yeah, that's okay, Astro. It's okay. No worries. Right, there is the MAGA movement. They can be violent.
Show you my comment here. You have sided with fascism and surrendered to pressure from Trump to silence free speech in America. F you guys until Jimmy Kimmel is back on the air. In addition, boycott the parks, don't go to Disneyland, don't go to Disney World, don't pay tickets, don't go to the theaters to see any Disney movies, Pixar movies, Marvel movies, or Star Wars.
Pixar is the part of Disney? I didn't know it. And Marvel too? So are they in a part of this corporation? Wow. I thought like Pixar is independent.
Movies. All of these are owned in the same giant conglomeration.
Oh, I see.
I like Disney. I like their movies. But if they're going to bow down to Trump, then I'm done with them. I'll spend my money on people who deserve it, people who support free speech. Let's wrap up this video with some good news. UK to build a $400 million drone plan.
Did Jake say something, or has he said something about Charlie Kirk? I think he should have said about it before. Yeah, every video of Jake is so long. 32 minutes. Ah. What people say, I cancelled Disney Plus and also told them why. Greetings from Germany. My Hulu. What is Hulu? Hulu Disney subscription is cancelled. Hulu. Hulu Disney is the like Netflix, yeah? It's called Hulu. We like Jake. He is a great guy. Yeah. Danny, thank you. The rich and powerful need to be broken. They're biting the hands and feed them. Canada has been boycotting travel to United States. Las Vegas tourism has dropped considerably. Wow. Who was like Netflix? Ah, I see. But from Disney, yeah? Or, yeah, Disney is separate, Hulu is separate, I understand. Release abstent files, people go. Yeah, probably I need to film like mean comments on my channel to make this kind of the video. Reading mean comments or Russian comments, how to call it. Oh, 99 people watching, it's crazy. Oh yeah, this one, what I bought, guys.
So, today's a big, exciting day here for me, because I have a package from BC, which is so expensive.
Yeah, this is my new audio interface, and it sounds pretty much amazing compared to Why Rodecaster? Like, the interface on Rodecaster Duo is so nice. Like, it's so intuitive. I didn't even read a manual. Here, this thing is very difficult compared to... Like, this is the... I have to deal with this, yeah. But the sound of it is perfect. Like, it's way better than from Rodecaster. Damn it. Why not to make this thing in a Rodecaster style? Jesus. Your live stream is good today. Yeah, I like live streaming. It's my addiction. Piracy has become more attractive again lately. Yeah, it's like second wave of piracy. I noted that too. Jake Bro should move to Ukraine. He's American, why should he? Reminds me I need to fly my Mini Pro. Oh, by the way, guys, Hawk, thank you for reminding me. Just a brief review of newly released Mavic Mini, yeah, or sorry, Mini, DJI Mini, just that's it. DJI Mini 5 Pro. This was released. Like, I have this one Mini 4 Pro, and this one was released Mini 5 Pro. The difference is this one has 1-inch sensor, like better, blah blah blah. And where did I? There was the video. Good or bad?
Hey everyone, today I am super excited to give you your first look at the...
Yeah, so propellers are manually detached, so you don't need to have the screwdriver. 1-inch sensor, different focal length, also LiDAR it has to navigate at night. I don't know why you need this option. But still I'm like not convinced with this drone. It has a rotating gimbal, but like what's okay, this is Mini 5 Pro. More details, clearly, yeah, but it's not like too much of a jump, I would say. Yeah, it's over saturated. Yeah, I'll put myself here, like night images, yeah. But I don't fly drone at night. What else? Like I need comparison of the image.
The previous version. The most exciting new feature, in my opinion, however, is the addition of a 48mm medium.
It's not the thing where they compare it. Oh, here we go. I'll put myself here. So DJI 4 Pro and 5 Pro, like, what's the difference? Can you find out the difference? Yeah, probably more details over there. But you never know with those like paid reviews, because it's the paid review. They all release in a single day. All of those videos, all of those techno YouTubers. So you never know. Maybe they can blur a little, you know, this image on post-production to pump out, okay, this image is more sharp than in fact, like they can distort it even themselves, because it's the paid production. Yeah, I think this is real, like you have more details on Mini 5 Pro if you really zoom in, but it's not convincing for me to pay like $700 or $800 for a new drone, and for combo version it's 1,200 maybe. Yeah, no, especially for me, then I don't use this kind of the content. Like if you really zoom, like 400% zoom, you don't need this stuff, really. Yeah, Pro really wins here, absolutely. 5/5 version, but it's not for me, I guess, to upgrade. It doesn't worth the upgrade. It's simply the same drone with better camera, more flight time, but I have like batteries with extra capacity, so the flight time for me is the same as on this new version. So LiDAR, new camera, that's it. It's not enough to pay extra money for the drone. And of course, in the end of the video, he says, oh, yeah, you definitely should upgrade for this drone. Definitely should pay your money. Like, I never trust those techno reviews. I do not watch them. Then they release, for example, they were released. There was the camera, 360 camera released by DJI. And also the same day, all of the influencers, they filmed the video reviews about that one. And I waited like maybe a couple of months. Then some guy really tested it and released the video that this camera is not actually good. Its software sucks. It's really not a good camera compared to competitors. So yeah, being a techno blogger, or techno YouTuber, I think sucks, because you sell your butt for for this stuff. I would not like I have the opinion or ideas to review some tech stuff, but you know, to receive money just for lying sometimes, it's not for me. Mini 2 was awful. Yeah? Yeah, I think it was the big jump with Mini 3. Mini 3, I think it's a great drone. Even for now, it's awesome drone. And since Mini 3, there is no like major upgrade, I would say. Yeah, they put 1-inch sensor, but it's not a big deal. Like, not a huge deal. What do you use it for? Drone videos. You may find it on this channel, Dylan. You may check out the videos with me hiking and flying the drone somewhere. I like flying drones. Yeah, it was a huge jump. Yeah, I think even Mavic, like Mini 3, I think it's relative till the time, and even if I had like Mini 3, I wouldn't upgrade to the 5th version even. It's like with iPhone. I bought 15 Pro Max because it has the bigger battery, and my 13 Pro had the battery capacity already low for 2 years, so I had to charge it twice a day. Well, this one is already 2 years and I charge it once a day, not 2 times a day, so it's pretty much okay, and I use it a lot, so I don't even plan to upgrade for a new smartphone because it's pretty much okay. And I think I will wait more and more time, maybe a couple of more years. Yeah, bye Dylan. If I lived out of the country, I would get a drone. Yeah. In a city, it's kind of tricky. Did you know that this Polish, there was the information I also said about it on my channel, then some of the guys launched the drones over some of the government building in Poland, in one of the cities. So it was a Ukrainian guy and Belarusian girl. They were just flying drones for fun over the government building. They were arrested, and yeah, I think Ukrainian guy will be deported. Something like this. Just coincidence. And Tusk even wrote about it. So just they were flying drones just for fun. It's not like Russian operation or something. Hey, Vanish. Yeah. Great night, Denys. How do you doing? Hope. Yeah, I'm doing deeper. I'm good, doing good. I just need, to film one more video. I promised it to upload it on my channel. So I'm gonna finish the stream. Thank you guys for joining me. It was fantastic actually to meet you all together. The maximum. Oh, we had 1,112 people maximum. That's a lot. Great. Gun, what's my favorite gun? Kalashnikov, it's nice gun. It's not so precise, but it's good. Right, see you guys. I will film one more Ukrainian update. See you tomorrow. Red Russell, okay, I'll answer that one. Time for segment, sincere Russian propagandist accent. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. I'll try to do it. Right, so thank you. Ciao. Thanks for your support, by the way.